Yes, I'm a beekeeper who likes to attract bears to my bees. That happens. So text communication has gotten me in trouble a few times. And when I was about 26, I was texting a bunch of friends as I was going home for Christmas vacation, just wanting to meet up with old friends. And my one friend, Drew, texts me back and says, "Who is this?" after I've sent this message about how I want to get together. And Drew has moved a lot since I saw him last. He's lived in Alaska and changed his number. And so I think, well, what a great opportunity to mess with Drew a little bit. So I text back and I say, "Your lover," because that's what you do, right? So I text this, and immediately he kind of shoots back at me in a typical Drew fashion. He's got this humor that's crude, and I am just thinking that I'm so proud of myself that I'm able to sort of keep up, going back and forth with him in this imaginal reenactment of how we are lovers, or have been lovers. And so after a few minutes, as you can imagine, it gets pretty weird. And I get this text that is something about, remember that time in the bowling alley when you were wearing that animal costume? And I'm like, well, it's going a little far. And I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, who the whole time I've been laughing and, oh gosh, Drew's so funny. And then I'm like, I actually don't think this is Drew. And so I'm like, Drew? Send it off, and it shoots back, "Oh, is that what you call him?" And so there's several text messages that come through, and I'm trying to explain, and one says, "Call me right now. I promise I'm all woman." And then I'm like, Drew, just really, stop. I just want to know that this is you. And I get back this text that says, "This isn't Drew. This is the wife of the man that you've been sleeping with." And so I look at my friend, and she's just like, her head is in her hands, and she's like, "Oh, I think you should probably call her." So, so I dialed the number, and it's on speakerphone, and my friend's sitting there with me, and this voice answers that says, "Hello." And so I, as quick as possible, as fast as I can make words come out of my mouth, try to explain to her what has been going on, which is kind of bizarre how it all unfolded. And at first, she's not believing me at all, and it just really takes several minutes of sort of fact-checking and going back over the story. And then, after a minute or two, she's actually laughing with me, and she's really relieved that her husband's not cheating on her, with me at least. And so she gets her husband actually in the room, and he's also very grateful. And so the four of us are on this conference, and we end up having this really amazing conversation about relationships and paranoia, and they're just this bush Alaskan couple, I'm pretty sure. The comments that were coming through told me a few things, and so we have this really cool connection. And for the next 2 years at Christmas time, I get this text from them that says, "Merry Christmas from your Alaskan lover."